Hey there, hobby homesteaders. I'm back here with the Kubota BX23S, and you remember the other day I was telling you about breaking the throttle lever off, and we tack welded it back on there. So today I got a chance to stop by the Kubota dealership, Davis Equipment in Ashland, Kentucky, and told them what happened, and they hooked me up with a new throttle lever. I have 1 month of warranty left on my tractor, so it's covered. So I'm going to pull this broken one off of there and drop it back off to them, so they'll have that for proof of their warranty replacement. But anyway, they were real nice about it and took care of me, so I was glad to see that, and I didn't have to pay for it. That was nice. Picked up a little bit of hydraulic fluid while I was there. I need to top off my hydraulic fluid because it's a little bit low. So yeah, we're going to get to work and get things ready to go. Push clips. There's your throttle cable loose. They're both turning together. I hope that I don't have to chop that off, but I'm betting I will. Yeah, because the weld I put on that, man, my weld was pretty tough this time. There it went. It might have actually held that time. Yeah, gotta get that out of there. May have to take a grinder to it to clean it up. All right, folks, that's what we've got. My little goobered up welding mess, and yeah, so I'll be a little bit embarrassed to give that back to them. They can see how bad of a welder I am. All right, now this one, I'm gonna go right up through there. And actually, I'll show you how this is made. If you see that little slot right there, the narrow spot, there's a place to slide it into a slot right inside here, and that's the part where it's a little bit weak. And of course, I'd have to weld it back right there in that spot and then grind it down so it was small enough to slide in. That's what was making it not work out too well. If I was a good welder, it might be better, but yeah, then it might work out pretty well. Let's get her up in there, how she goes. There it is. All right, got her up in there. These little crush washers go on top, so when you tighten it down, let's see here. Yeah, it still has room to pivot and move in there. Wiggle her back and forth, gets her in position. It's got this little spacer that goes up in that hole there too. I always forget to put that back on. There we go. That one goes against the washer. Just don't want to get it too tight. Get me the lubricating oil. Now, throttle. there. Feels pretty good. Put a little rubber grommet back on there. And throttle lever cover. Feels pretty good. Cover back in position. I drove her over here to get to work, and actually there's a little dead spot in my throttle movement, so I adjusted this to pull it back that way and take up some of the slack. I think we're pretty good now, not much slack in there. All right, so just by way of information, I put this together 3 or 4 times to figure out exactly how to get the right tension on this, because if you don't put this back together right, then you can't get enough tension on this for the throttle to hold where it needs to be. These little washers on top here are like concave washers, and what I did was flip them opposite of each other the way that they were turned, so that it would create enough space there that when you tighten this down, it crushes on it and you can put more or less tension on it. And that seemed to work pretty well. Somehow I managed to take it apart and not catch exactly how it was put together, but that has to be it, because it didn't work any other way. So I thought I would just make mention of that. All right, so I just kind of took a little time out to shoot this video about changing the throttle lever in the middle of our garage build. So that's going to do it for this video. Just be a short one, but I thought I'd share with you the changing out that throttle lever. I don't know if anybody else has had that problem, but mine just twisted off. They acted at the dealership like that wasn't very common. They were kind of surprised by it, but it came from the factory with a really stiff throttle. I think it was just adjusted a little bit too tight, and I didn't look to see how it was made and know that it would loosen up like it does. But if your throttle's really tight, you can loosen that jam nut and just take a little bit of tension off of it, and it moves a lot easier. There's no need for it to be that tight. So anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.